And that's one way that I've taught the agents to go in and get in these groups and get in these pages to go in and interact with the people who are living there. Because is that not better marketing? Because you're able to say something relevant to these folks? That, you know, they're putting some content out there and you're, as a real estate agent, able to put your 2 cents in so they start feeling like they know you. It's a great way to farm a community. It also gives you the most creative room and leverage of just about any other social media site. And the reason that I say that is when you tie your Facebook in to everything else and you have your list segmented, and I'm going to show you how I do it because mine is pretty segmented. It really does give you a powerful tool to utilize that links with your Pinterest. You know, that links with your Twitter and links with your LinkedIn. So you're not having to do all that work over and over again. You're able to link it and move forward. Now, let me go. How many people post in here on Facebook? How many people in here have a Facebook business page? How many times do you post per day?
3 or 4.
That's perfect. That's the ideal recipe. Now, the way that I have mine set up is actually very specific. I said I don't take stalking people lightly, right? I don't. So the way that you can set up your page to be a lot more efficient is you have your news feed, you have your private messages, you have different events that you're invited to, you know, different photos and things of that nature. Then you have all the pages that you manage right here. And anybody that's got a Facebook page should probably be pretty familiar with this interface. I use hashtags on our office page so that I can expand our reach. And it's giving me the data that I need on what hashtags are working and what hashtags are not working. Was anybody in here victim to that email scam where somebody was stuck in the Philippines, needed like $2,500? Okay. I'm going to show you what I did with that. I hate when that happens. So what I have done is I have taken different photos and I'll celebrate agent successes, like when one of our agents graduated GRI, I put that on there. You know, different birthdays, things like that. We do have an event in our office called Wine Wednesday, where at 4 o'clock on, you know, certain Wednesdays we will all sit around and drink wine. But what I did, I'll post the funny cartoons. Yep. So this is how I worked this angle for this stuck in the Philippines thing, because this agent had a huge database. Everybody knew that he was stuck in the Philippines and had no money. Okay? So on Wine Wednesday, I created a sign with a meme to Save Daryl and created the Save Daryl campaign. Got a lot of buy-in from the agents on it, and we had a lot of fun with it. Well, guess what? It actually helped boost his business. I tagged him in it, and people started asking questions, and he started explaining the story, and they thought it was pretty funny. You know, so you can leverage those things as you're going through and, you know, just kind of taking everyday life and making it into something that you can put on Facebook. Now I'm going to show you one of my agents. This is Mike the Lazy Realtor. And honestly, you want to see something really great? Because I told you he was branding it. Mike the Lazy Realtor. And it's working. It's great. So we have a lot of fun with this. But he will hashtag often Mike the Lazy Realtor. And I'm going to show you an example of some of the marketing that I've taught. He posted this yesterday. And they all know I stalk their Facebook pages. I tell them that all the time. They all know. What is he doing here? Mike the Lazy Realtor at Alamo Ranch. He shot a video. He hashtagged it. It's on YouTube. It's already getting exposure. He's sitting out at a builder today. Yeah, that's done. No. Donuts. Who doesn't like donuts? I mean, they're donuts. Where did he put it? Okay, here's a really good example of what he's doing. Home search anywhere in Texas, also selling ad space on my forehead. It worked. People liked it. He's Mike the Lazy Realtor. So, I mean, he's promoting his website, but he's doing it with some brevity and some levity, and he's utilizing hashtags to his advantage. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this one up, let's talk about privacy settings. You see where that is, where it says shared with public? Guess what? That got pushed out to his Twitter and to his LinkedIn. Anything he sets as a profile status update of public gets pushed out to both those other sites.
But you have to set that up.
You don't have to set it up. It actually is an option when you want to post something on your timeline. So this, I'm just going to put innocuous post.
You must have a really good sense of humor, though.
Huh?
You must have a really
Oh, he's got a great sense of humor. Great sense of humor. You see down here where it's got my settings? I can go public. I can go friends. I can go friends except acquaintances. Only me and custom. Now, what do you use custom for? Well, the other day when I was complaining about my 19-year-old, I didn't want her to see a status update, so I blocked her from seeing it. That's what you use custom for. But you can also select different lists that you have on Facebook to where only your close friends can see something, only your family can see something. As I mentioned, I'm a mother. I don't want everybody and their brother looking at pictures of my daughters. I'm not comfortable with that. So if I'm going to post pictures of my kids, I'm going to do it to my family list exclusively. So only my family can see it or only my close friends can see it. It's not being blasted out to the entire world. So it's giving you the option of locking down what data you're actually sharing. So how do you do that? Well, you see down here where it says, where is it? Friends, right here, more. This is going to pull up the different lists that you had. And I wasn't kidding when I said mine's pretty segmented. It is. Did this take time to set up? Yes, it did. Is it worth it? Yes, it is. So if I want to say, look at my close friends list, this enables me to stalk better, and it also enables me to share data with who I want to share it to. What I mean by stalk better, I have a list, for example, because part of what I do for our office is recruiting, okay? So when I'm going down here, I have my stalking list, potential recruits, people that I want to bring into our company, and guess what? I can see exactly what they're up to and only what they're up to. I'm filtering that content. So when you're seeing somebody who's announcing that 0 moment of truth, like a friend of mine the other day posted a sonogram picture, we know she's going to be in the market for a house soon. So I'm going to put her on one of my stalking lists, right? So that I know when the right time is to contact her, but so that I can also interact with her more. So what I can do with this is take the people that I'm stalking, and make sure that I'm having relevant conversations with them on a regular basis. I'm not having to filter through the 5,000 people in my feed to get to the people that I really want to talk to. It's the same thing like, with my close friends. If I want to know what's going on, with my close friends, I can go on here. Got 101 people on this list. It will give you list suggestions based on who you're interacting with most. But if there is someone specific that you want to add to this list, all you have to do is begin typing their name in this box and their profile will come up. You can add them to that list. But when I say by stalk more effectively, this not only tells me what people are posting on this list, but also what my close friends are commenting on and liking. Do you think that gives me a little bit of leverage? Because they might not always be the type of person who posts that 0 moment of truth moment. They might not be a person who likes to post a lot at all.
Do you have to like them as a friend post? I mean, like, if you're trying to recruit somebody since you're 21, you have to go and get them to like you first. Isn't that a little awkward?
No, not at all. Not at all.
You think it's fine just to like everybody?
Not everybody.
Well, I mean,
Are you talking about recruits? You're talking about agents? Or
I'm talking about agents.
Okay.
But I did the same thing with clients.
Okay.
I don't have problems adding people to my list at all, and I don't have problems sending friend requests if I'm really interested in recruiting a specific agent. Most of the time people send me friend requests. As you can see, I got one while I was talking.
Becky's not here, but I'm just.
Yeah.
Oh, she came in.
She's paying attention. So there she is. I have no problem adding her as a friend. So what you can do when you're getting these people adding, requesting you whatever, you can confirm and then add them to a list immediately after if you want to. So it's pretty simple. That was awesome, by the way. That was beautifully done. So basically when we're talking Facebook, we're talking people who are announcing their 0 moment of truth, people who are, posting about their family, their life, things like that. Being, my best advice is to be personable but not too personal. Share enough but don't share too much. Like I went to New Orleans over the day after Christmas for a week. And, I got a great video of my little friend who was with the juggler, and she was supposed to toss machetes up to him, and it didn't work out so well. But, yeah, it ended with the juggler going, let's do a test throw with the club. Yeah, hand me the knives. But little things like that are really, really helpful, and people will like watching those types of things. So that's something else you can think about. But when you're putting out content on there, just be cognizant of your profile settings, be cognizant of your privacy settings, because you're in control. You're in the driver's seat with who sees what. You really are. So just know that, and it takes a lot of the fear out of social media. All right. So if there was elevator music for social media, LinkedIn would be it. Now, do I use LinkedIn? Absolutely. I think it's valuable for business networking groups, joining the business networking groups and networking not only with other industry professionals, but other professionals in the general area. It is probably the best place to build referral connections using groups, and also to follow large companies. Now, what's the benefit to following large companies? You get in with their HR directors, you can do home selling seminars, home buying seminars, start talking to them about who's relocating into the area and who's not. Again, I'm a nerd, so when I went to our board's meeting on Monday, they started talking about 12 employers that are moving to San Antonio. Do you think I want to capitalize on that for our agents? Because I know that that's going to create more jobs and it's going to create more people relocating into the San Antonio area. Yeah, so I like to stay pretty on top of that data. It's important. Am I stalking some of those HR directors on LinkedIn? Oh yeah. But LinkedIn is also a really good place to find articles and content that you can share, again, across your social media and also get ideas on what's trending and relevant in any industry. Anybody in here using LinkedIn religiously? You feeling like it's a little boring sometimes?
I hate all the pop-ups to endorse people.
Yeah,
Because they're too generalized.
they are. I'm not fine with that either. So, social media is low investment, high return on investment when it's done right. So my question is, why aren't you using it correctly? Why are we scared of the big bad social media wolf? We shouldn't be, right? I'm going to give you some tips. Why does that keep popping up? All right. Let's talk about the don'ts. This is what you don't do on social media. Only talking about real estate. You get boring. People tune you out. Share something. I will check into different places. On Facebook, I will do different things, and just kind of make a joke of that. I will post motivational quotes from time to time. I've been very tongue-in-cheek. One day, Facebook posted a survey, and it said, "Are you happy with the stories you see in your newsfeed?" I said, "No, very dissatisfied." So I put a status update out there, and I said, "Facebook asked me if I'm satisfied with the stories in my newsfeed." I said, "I'm very dissatisfied." So clearly, you people need to get on the ball and step it up. People thought it was funny. They enjoyed stuff like that, Because I am a nerd, I've also posted things like, this little party animal is going to open up a bottle of wine and have a glass and work on a PowerPoint presentation. Somebody stop me. But you want to talk about things that are interesting to you, things that you like, because that's going to encourage other people interacting with you. My two passions in life are wine and shoes. So a lot of people will post things about wine and shoes on my wall. One of my agents even brought a video to me about how to open a bottle of wine with shoes if you don't have a corkscrew. So we actually tried that.
Forward that to us, okay?
It's on my Facebook page. So we actually tried that experiment last Friday with her with the shoe. I took 2 videos of her trying to, and it didn't work.
Didn't work?
No. I was very disappointed, but then again, I never leave the house without a corkscrew.
So this is on your personal, is this on your personal or on your business?
I do. No, I'll post some things like that. I'll post videos like that on the business page. But people, you'll find after a while they become followers of yours, and they start remembering things like that. So then when they see a picture or a status update that makes them think of that, they're like, "Hey, I saw this. I thought of you."
Yeah.
Somebody posted the other day a picture of shoes that on my wall that looked like 2 little dogs, because I have dogs. So it was like, "New shoes for Shauna." I was like, "Oh, those are tacky." No. The other don't is only having a fan page. There's a lot of people out there who get scared. They don't want to, invite people to their personal page. They don't want to bring them in. And I understand wanting privacy, and I understand not wanting everybody in your business. But with privacy settings that you have, that usually becomes a moot point.
Wait, with the only having a fan page, does that mean that you only like other people and you don't?
Exactly. You're not really interacting when you have a fan page. You're not interacting as effectively as you could be. Not interacting with other people. This is a big mistake I see so many agents make. They'll go on there and they'll post something, and people will comment underneath it, but they won't say anything else. Well, why are they going to bother posting on your stuff if you're not talking? Or if you're not going to their page and commenting on their stuff? And it could be something simple, like they're posting a picture of their dog or their kid or whatever. Oh, what a great picture, whatever it is. But you should be commenting on at least 20 different people's things per day. Because what is social media? It's just like me standing across from you in a room, we're having a conversation, but that conversation can't be one-sided. Because if the conversation's one-sided, it gets pretty boring, right? So if I'm just talking and you're just standing there looking at me, I'm going to go, okay, that's done. So it's the same thing with social media. Social media is one big, large room that is allowing you to interact with other people. Remember, there's people behind that computer screen. Always do it while you're drinking. No, never. Don't try to avoid drunk booking. Not posting, being a lurker, somebody who's just kind of scrolling, never saying anything. You're just kind of lurking around in the background, silently judging people. I know there's a few of you in the room that are doing that. Okay.
Okay, what happens, what I've experienced is that when you post on somebody posted that they're having a baby, and you interact with them, and then 500 people comment on it, you get 500 emails.
There is, 1, disable your email feature because that gets annoying. 2, there is a button at the very top of the post that says unfollow post. So you will no longer get notifications when somebody else posts on that. So that way you don't, and see, that's another part of the fear thing. A lot of people get scared about that. Not being a community player. If you're just on Facebook for yourself and you're just shamelessly self-promoting, people are going to get so tired of you, and they're going to delete you, and they're going to be like, I don't want to have anything to do with you. And that's going to hurt your business. So you've got to really be interactive. You've got to really engage other people when you're using this platform. Let's talk about the do's. 90% of your posts should be personal or at least personable, something relatable. And I tend to take conversations that I have with some of my agents. Like one day, I had 3 of my agents invade my office, 3 gentlemen who require some additional assistance. So I was in there and I looked at them and I said, guys, it is a great thing I am in here, or else there would be way too much estrogen in this room. And I posted that, and that was funny, and people got it. And I was like, if you didn't get this, we can't be friends. Celebrate people's accomplishments. Wish them happy birthday. Congratulate them on life events. That makes a big difference. You're giving people that warm fuzzy. Promote your events, your home buyer, your home selling seminars on Facebook. It's free. Why would you not do that? Do it on Google Plus also. You can also promote your blog and YouTube channel on your social media sites. It's a smart move to make because that way you're getting people to interact with all of your social media platforms. And also make sure you have a link to your website on your profile page. So many agents forget to do this because if people want to find out more about you, if they want to see more about your business, what are they going to do? They're going to go to your profile and they're going to be looking for that website link. So make sure that's on there. Talk to other agents outside your market area. See, here's another mistake agents make. They will add a bunch of other real estate agents to their Facebook page. Well, what is that giving them an opportunity to do? Steal your clients. No, don't do that. But talking to agents outside your market area is a smart move because what does that give you an opportunity to do? Generate inbound referrals because you're building that relationship. But remember, social media is relationship building. It is not going to happen overnight. It does take time and it takes consistency. You can also join business networking groups on Facebook. Now I'm going to actually start making fun of myself a little bit in just a second. So what are the goals of social media marketing? Well, it's to build your personal brand. Hello, Mike the Lazy Realtor. Different agents are building their own personal brand using that. So that's your number one goal. You have to approach social media with a plan. If you don't, you're just going to be sitting there going, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to say. You have to kind of plan your day and use some of those resources with hashtags to do that. But the other goal is to drive traffic to your website. You want people going to your website, right? Because if they're going to your website, you got to train them to go to your website. So like one thing I do is I coach our agents around using their MLS search on their website as opposed to the local board MLS search. So they're training people to go back to that website to log in as opposed to the board's website. That way we can also track their leads and what they're looking at and kind of go into God mode and look at that. So that's something else that we do a lot in our office. And the more people you get to your website, the more clients you get. It's also to help the public get to know you. You're blogging, you're getting some notoriety out there. People are taking notice of who and what you are and what you're doing. but you want the public to get to know you. I have made some of the best and most influential contacts through social media just by interacting with people. I'm talking judges, lawyers, jewelry store owners, real estate investors, things of that nature. I mentioned earlier I'm going to a real estate investment seminar. Met the guy on Facebook, has a radio show here in Houston, David Fisher. I don't know if anybody's heard of him, but I got to know him on Facebook, and we established a really great rapport and relationship using that as a medium. It's going to help you get more leads because it's going to put you in front of people that you might not otherwise be in front of. You know, I said earlier, the golf course and the bar, the two places to do business. Not everybody goes to the golf course and the bar. You know, other people are playing tennis or doing other things. So this is giving you an opportunity to get in front of people that you might not otherwise get in front of. Being indexed on different social media sites is also going to boost your reputation and your Google ranking. And you really want to boost your Google ranking. It's very, very important because that helps you get more clients and more leads. Kind of a no-brainer, right? So there's a couple things I want you to remember. People do not think of social media when they're shopping for a home. They are not logging on Facebook going, gee, I wonder if I can go find a realtor today. That is not their objective. What are they using? For that, they're using what they've been trained to use, Realtor.com, Zillow, and Trulia. You know, customer zero moment of truth is something they're going to announce on social media a lot of the time, or something that, you know, a family member is going to bring up or things like that. So it does pay to go through your social media feed and read it. People do business with people they know and trust. If they don't know you or they trust you or they don't trust you, you've lost that prospect. And this is a great venue to help people get to know you and start to trust you, especially when you're promoting blogs and other quality information that you have created, the infographics, things of that nature, to cement yourself as an industry expert, because now all of a sudden people are like, okay, I think, you know, this lady really knows what she's talking about. Maybe I can have a conversation with her. All right, birthdays, easy. It's right in your right-hand corner. When you go into your news feed, it's going to show you all the birthdays. And I love the efficiency of this. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. You know, I'll put happy birthday, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. But, you know, if they're a good friend, you can even send them a gift card. If they've been a great client, you can send them a gift card, $5 to Starbucks, whatever it is. You know, but you can do that online. But how nice is that? I mean, you don't have to spend money on postage. You don't have to do the envelope. You don't have to, you know, just boom. Here's your gift. And they will actually mail it to them. A while back I learned about this because I had an incident where people were sending me some gifts and they were sending me, you know, like gift cards to Target and things like that. And I would get the notification and I signed in and I put in my address and my Target gift card arrived like 2 days later. It was pretty cool. So social gifting is definitely a trending prospect. Events. Has anyone checked their events on Facebook lately? I don't know if it's the same in Houston as in San Antonio, but man, oh man, do I get inundated with bar promotions. It's Thirsty Thursday, it's Wacky Wednesday, it's whatever it is. Well, here's the nice thing about those. If you're avoiding checking your events, see that little X right there? You can click that and say, I don't want to receive any more notifications from broken duck feet. You know, but you have these different events on here, and this is going to give you some great venues to do networking. Like in our area, you know, there's networking lunches that get promoted on here. That's a good place for you to be. There's, you know, different mixers that are promoted on here. That's a great place for you to be also. So check the events, but also gives you an opportunity to promote one by creating an event. And you can create events to where they are invitation only, to where only certain people can see it, or you can push it out to your entire social media list. It is completely up to you.
Can you advertise them?
Absolutely.
So how are the events, how do they know who to send the events to? I mean, how do you just get random events? Is it from people that you are?
Yeah, whenever you create an event, it's going to pull up a list. It's going to pull up your entire friends list. It's going to give you an option to send it out to everybody, to a select few people, whatever it is. Groups. I'm going to tell you what I don't like about groups. People can randomly add you to groups without your permission. So all of a sudden, I was checking, my groups about a week ago, and somebody added me to Booty Doom. I did not do that. But, it did kind of make me laugh because I was going, la, 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 and I was putting this class together, and I was like, you know what, just for levity's sake, I'm leaving it. So you can leave the groups here. You go to this little pencil, and you say you want to leave the group, and you can leave the group or whatever you want to do. A lot of these, I was not, it's like the groups I use are up at the top. The rest of it, I don't even know.
So they're not groups you created?
No, they're not groups I created. They're groups I've been added to. But here's the benefit of that knowledge. You also can create a group and add people without their permission.
Yeah, now because my daughter does. Or a math class or whatever.
Exactly. But this will create a very small focused discussion. So let's say you're talking to realtors outside your local market area. You can add them to a group. So as opposed to putting them on a list and stalking all their updates, you can have very small focused conversations. This is also a great place to go and find different business networking groups in your area that you can become a part of. So that's another good benefit of using the groups feature. All right, let's talk about time. You can just start typing in business networking in your search bar up at the top, and it will start pulling up things that are automatically, because most of the time it's geo-targeted, so it'll start pulling up things that are close to you, and you can do that. You can do pretty much the same thing on LinkedIn as well. Let's talk about time commitments. How long are you spending on social media every day? I'm going to tell you what the most successful people are doing is between 1 and 5 hours. It's a lot of time, right? Probably too much time? Mm-hmm. Now, that doesn't mean you have to sit down for 1 to 5 hours in one sitting. Okay, I have been known to check my Facebook while I am in line at the grocery store. I have been known to tweet while I am in line at the grocery store. Because I am a extremely type A personality, and by God, if I am not doing something efficient and effective every second of every day, I will lose it. So, I've segmented this out, but generally, if you're looking at 1 to 5 hours a week, you're okay. And I think everybody in this room can do 1 to 5 hours a week. That's not a whole lot of time. So how do you manage that many accounts? Because that's a lot of accounts, right? It can get a little overwhelming. Oh God, I've got to go log into Facebook. Now I've got to go log into Twitter. Now I have to go update my Pinterest. This is too much, right? I get a lot of that whining in my office. I've perfected the whining because I've heard it. So all that time you can use a program like Hootsuite, HOOTSUITE.com. There is also on my Facebook page, for those of you who friend me, an article that I liked recently that gives you 5 apps that simplify your life. One of them is tied into Hootsuite, and it's actually very, very efficient and effective. Hootsuite allows you to link your Facebook, your Twitter, your Pinterest, pretty much all your social media profiles in one platform where you can actually read your feeds. But also, and here's the tricky part of it, it lets you program what days and times you want updates to go out. So if you're marketing using the calendar to your advantage, for example, we know Groundhog's Day is coming up next month. We know Valentine's Day is coming up next month. You can promote automatic updates. Groundhog's Day, Valentine's Day, whatever it is you want to send out to your social media platforms. That way, if you're busy, you don't have to worry about it. You can be out showing houses and have all of your social media accounts updated 3 times every day, and all you have to do is update it once. Because you get to choose the day and time that they go out with this program. Best news about it, it's free for up to 5 accounts. Who doesn't like free? I like free. So if you're drawing all your social media accounts, it's going to draw your customers to your website and ultimately to you, because you're linking them up and you're getting your message out to every single different audience on every single different platform. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the same audience I have on Facebook is not the same audience I have on Twitter, and it's not the same audience I have on YouTube. Because people are segmenting their lives. They are filtering their data down. But because there's no such thing as too much exposure in real estate, unfortunately we don't have that luxury, right? We've got to be everywhere. Because if we're not everywhere, we're going to lose a prospect. So I'm going to tell you to keep it real simple. Goal of training in my office is action. I know if you've been in any of Frank's classes, you've heard that a lot. So your goals after this: fix your website, write a blog, shoot a YouTube video. And my best advice is a YouTube video that is an introduction. Who are you? You know, what did you do in your past life before you became a real estate rock star? What did you do? You know, talk about that a little bit. I have one agent who loves to cook. She's been shooting cooking videos and putting them on YouTube along with the recipe. She got 4 referrals last week just from shooting cooking videos from people who like to cook. Because they took an interest in that, and then they took an interest in her. YouTube works. Then you want to promote your blog and your video on Facebook and Twitter, LinkedIn and Pinterest. And if you want to get really fancy, you're going to take about an hour of your day out and create an infographic and knock somebody's socks off, right? Okay, we are just about out of time, so I'm going to open it up for questions. I know, there's a lot, right?
I'm sure this is really a stupid question.
There is no such thing.
Facebook 101.
Mm-hmm.
But I get things all the time that says, so-and-so has accepted your friend request.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a clue. I mean, who sent it, where'd it go, how was it sent out, and why are they accepting it? I mean, where did it come from?
If somebody accepted your friend request, you either sent them a friend request or somebody else said, I'm going to suggest this person to you as a friend. And if you click add friend, a friend request gets sent to